Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Kathie J Show. How are you today? I hope everybody's doing good. It's so happy to see all of you. I'm Kathie J, your host, and thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. I just have to say, everybody out there, please take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just look for Kathie J, and you see how I spell it. Or you can go to the website, kathiejshow.com, but that's the best way to stay engaged with us and be able to follow all of our shows at our YouTube channel. So, all right, everybody. Today, we're getting into dreams. We are going to be talking about the dreams that we have when we sleep. Some of us, we say, I don't dream at all, but you do. We all dream. It's a universal human experience, but when it comes to analyzing them and remembering them, that's a whole different ballgame. So we decided to bring in somebody who loves to study dreams. She's made it part of her profession, everybody. Please welcome to the show, psychotherapist, author, and speaker, Dr. Patti Ashley. Yay! Thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's so fun.
It's so fun. Okay, so Dr. Patti, dreams. This is, you said, I mean, when we said we wanted to talk about dreams, you were like, got this one.
Oh, I know. Well, we had a dream that morning. Remember when I
we
walked
did have a
on
dream
and we
that
both
morning.
dreamed about each other that night.
That's
We were
right,
like,
right
let's do
before
a
the
show.
last show
Let's do
about
a show.
dreams. That's right, I forgot. See, I always forget my dreams. But why do you think we dream? Why is that a part of the human experience?
Well, I think that our dreams are subconscious or unconscious material because a lot of what we do every day is unconscious,
For
right?
sure.
And our dreams come to tell us things. My teacher says no dream comes to tell us only what we already know, and all dreams come in the service of health and wholeness. So when I've been working with dreams forever, and it's just fascinating to wake up in the morning and go, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. But it's like a riddle because it's symbolic. And so it's not like, we live in this linear world where we want the ABCs and the how-tos,
right.
But when we get in the right brain and the creative side and work with the symbolism in the dreams, we uncover some parts of ourselves that have been hidden in the shadow, as we've talked about before.
You're right, and we are so literal. So a lot of times when we wake up, I mean, there's women that have woken up, thought their man cheated on them, and have smacked him.
Yeah.
When I used to do radio shows, and women would call up and be honest about it, and then they'd be like, I can't even look at him. Knowing that he didn't cheat, the dream is always saying something different from the literal way you dreamt it.
Right, and that's so important. They are not literal, but and when you don't look at them literally, you're not as scared, like of your nightmares and things like that.
Oh yeah,
because when you look at the symbolism, like somebody cheating on somebody, the way I work dreams is everything in the dream, everybody in the dream is a part of me. It's part of my psyche. Jungian psychology talks about that, and so what is it in me that's cheating on something, or something like that, or sometimes they can be premonitions and but even with that, if we go past the literal into the symbolic, we can learn so much more.
And so that's the hard part, is remembering the symbols that were in the dream that were trying to present themselves to you while you were asleep. So how come they can feel so real? Dreams
feel real?
I mean, like they feel so, like, when I'm on top, it just, explain to me why that is my psyche putting me on top of a mountain. That is my psyche putting me in a spider nest. Like, how is that so real? It's wild when we wake up, to the point where we have unrest all day.
Yeah. There are some people who say, shamans who've studied dreams forever, they say the dreaming world and the waking world are really the same.
Okay.
And it's learning how to navigate both of those, and so they are real in a sense. I mean, whatever you're creating in your imagination in your dream, who's to say that's not real?
You just went Dr. Strange on us. I think that was in the Marvel universe, Dr. Patti.
Right.
But no, that's so true. Okay, so when we come back, everybody, I have a lot more questions for her, including, what does it mean when the spiders show up or when your teeth fall out? We'll get into it when we come back. Kathie J. Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. So today we're talking about our dreams this half hour, and you know what? It's a real interesting conversation because all of us have these dreams, and we all are like, what happened when I dreamt that, or blah, blah, blah. So Dr. Patti Ashley is here. She's a psychotherapist, an author, a speaker, and you use the dream work when you're helping counsel people because what comes up in the dreams is them. It's their soul talking, right?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So let's get into dream work that you do.
Okay.
Okay. So the qualities of dreams, what do we need to know about our dreams? Like, is it help our sleep? Is it hurting our sleep?
Well, sometimes people, okay, here's the thing about dreams is they come to us in a certain sleep state. And so we go through sleep states, you know, falling asleep, lighter sleep, deeper sleep. So the dreams come in this lighter kind of in between state, and that's why we don't remember our dreams, because if we wake up after we've passed that. But I wake up a lot because I drink. If you drink a lot before you go to bed, and you have to go to the bathroom, you'll wake up. And so I wake up a lot and remember my dreams. But the thing is, if you don't write them down immediately, you're going to forget.
So as I'm going to the rest, so maybe I should keep the journal in the bathroom. Is that what you're saying?
Or your recorder. You can record it.
Oh, I never thought to record because you don't want to wake anybody.
Yeah.
Right, but still, that's
you should hear me. Sometimes I'll be like snoring, going back to sleep while I'm recording a dream.
but okay, so the things that sometimes do stay with us, the dreams that stay with us, usually are nightmares. What's the difference between a bad dream and a nightmare?
Well, there are no bad dreams, first of all.
Oh.
All dreams come in the service of health and wholeness, as my teacher says. The nightmare is what I call is like an exclamation mark, like really, really important. It's getting our attention, right?
Yes.
We don't forget it. We wake up, we go, oh no, that was terrible. That's the dream saying, here's something I really want you to pay attention to. So when I work with a client and they have a nightmare and I take each of the images or the symbols and the pieces of the dream, they're not scared anymore. They go, oh my gosh, that's completely different than what I woke up, and I'm not afraid anymore. I get it.
So when we have reoccurring dreams, whether they're nightmares, good dreams, whatever it is, the goal is to start breaking down that dream to help us get through processing it. Is that kind of what it is? If it's staying with us through the day, this is something we need to break down.
Yeah, it's something the unconscious wants you to know.
Okay.
It's like saying, pay attention.
So I just as a little side note. So me saying as a kid, like Jaws followed me all the time. Even if I was on the land, Jaws followed me. That's just a kid dreaming about something scary, right? I mean, there's times when our brains are just firing off images as opposed to messages, right?
I don't think so.
You don't?
Some people do.
Okay.
I don't.
I trust you. You're the one that knows.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people in my field that would disagree with me, but you know, because some people think it's all neurological, or some people think it's just replaying the day to, you know. And I don't know. And kid dreams are very different than adult dreams, but you can still look at the symbolism of. I used to wake up, I'd dream of snakes and bugs, and you know, and I do some work now with my dream group on what that means, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because
what does that mean? A lot of us dream about snakes and bugs.
Snakes to me is transformation because the snake sheds its skin. It's also our energy. You know how in the AMA symbol the snake comes up?
Yeah.
Because it's Kundalini. So in Eastern medicine, it's the chakras. And we actually have that in our Western medicine symbol, believe it or not. And so snakes can mean, and for everybody, no one symbol is right for everybody. Everybody has a different feeling around what it means. So I can say that's what it means to me, but it may not mean that to you. Somebody may have grown up playing with snakes. You know,
True.
People like snakes.
Right.
Some people may, you know, have been bitten by a rattlesnake. So they're going to have a whole different experience than what I have.
But to hear that a snake showing up in your dream might actually be a good thing is promising.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we come back, that's exactly what we're going to get into with Dr. Patti. Some more dream analysis. I'm going to throw out some examples that you guys gave to us, and she's going to tell us what they might symbolize. We'll be back. Kathie J. Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. I always have the best time when Dr. Patti Ashley comes on. Thank you, Dr. Patti.
You're welcome. Laughter is fun.
Laughter is the best medicine, everybody. And everybody, I want you, please, if you to find direction, Dr. Patti can help you. She's amazing. You can find her at drpattiashley.com. And she has, I mean,
Patti Ashley.
PattiAshley.com. I just loved Dr. Patti. I mean, you've earned the title.
That's my Facebook page.
PhD.
Wow.
So please find Dr. Patti, because she can help you work through things that are bothering you. But one of the things that she does in her work is she does dreams. She goes with your dreams. So dreams are not literal, but the meaning in them is what we have to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're going, everybody. Can a dream be a prediction of the future?
Yes, but I hesitate to say that, because when we start looking at that, we're missing what it can mean symbolically. There are people who have premonitions or hunches in their dreams, but we don't want to focus on that.
Okay.
Because dreams are also are multi-layered, as my teacher would say. So, and you can work with a dream to infinity.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, again, it's not linear. There's no, you can go on and on and on. So I've noticed that, like, I've had a dream, and months or years later I'm like, oh, that reminds me of my dream. And we don't want to forget, though, that what is happening in the dream that can give us some information to open up what it is we want to know.
Okay.
What is it do I need to learn about myself that this dream is coming to tell me?
So let's get into that, because everyone hears I woke up and I was naked, so let's break it down as to symbolically what it could be meaning. So let's go with the first one. We had people say, they put on our social media, what does it mean when your teeth fall out?
Well, again, the way I do dreams is I can't interpret anybody's dream, but I can say, for me, if I had a dream about teeth falling out, it might mean that I bit off more than I could chew.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Or there's something that I need to say to someone that I'm not saying.
Oh, and by not saying it, your voice box is being broken or something like that, right?
Well, the teeth are here where we speak.
Okay, yeah.
And so we always look at what's the symbolism of teeth. And again, somebody may have a different experience with teeth. Somebody may have had trauma at the dentist. Some people may have had.
There is that. But overall, so nothing is a blanket, is what you're saying.
So the way I work with dreams is the projective model, where you work with people and you say, well, in my version of that dream, if I were to have that dream, that's what it would mean to me. And then the dreamer either gets what's called an aha or a no, but here's, and then I would say to the dreamer too, well, what's your experience of teeth? And, and then we might tease that apart a little bit. But for me, teeth, that's what I would look at. Did I bite off more than I could chew?
Okay, that's
something
really
I need
good.
to say?
Or there's something you need to say. That's really good. Okay, so what about people that say they're falling or flying, for that matter?
I love flying dreams. Have you ever had a flying dream?
It's terrifying. Yes,
it's terrifying. I love it.
Because usually it comes with falling. I'm never a beautiful bald eagle soaring above the ocean or mountain peaks. No, I'm falling.
I haven't had a flying dream in a long time. I want one. I love them, and I wake up and I'm so disappointed that I can't do it.
Right.
Flying, again, in my version of the dream, would mean soaring above something. Actually, it's a feeling of freedom to me.
I love the flying part. What about the falling part?
And the falling, though, is it's like like we say falling in love, right? Or why is it called falling in love? Because it's a good thing, but it wakes us up. So falling, again, it could mean a lot of different things for different people, but what I feel about falling is it's waking me up.
Okay.
It's getting me to pay attention, or I'm falling into something, or
I love that.
Yeah.
What about the people that have a cheating dream?
Well, again, everybody in the dream is a part of myself. So the person that's cheating on me, and maybe the person that person's cheating with, I would list the adjectives that describe those people and think about how they're a part of me. So say if my husband is happy all the time and playful and but also very analytical.
Right.
I would look at what parts of me are like that. And then am I cheating? How am I cheating myself on that?
So something is dishonest and cheating that you need to really start analyzing in the scenario. It's not him physically cheating. Okay, and this one what about when a loved one comes to you in your dreams, someone that has passed on?
I love those too.
I do too, because you smell them, you feel them, you wake up and your heart is like, like it's amazing, but it hurts. What happened? Why did they come to us? It's
bittersweet. I believe that that really is them, and only because when I was little, my father died when I was 11. We've talked about that story. He would come to me in my dreams, and I'd wake up like, oh God, it was just a dream, And through the years, I people have said to me, that was really him. And then when my grandmother died or my mother died, and other people I care about die and they come to me, I feel like they're giving me a message, and it's so bitter. It's sweet, but it's also bittersweet when you wake up and you go, oh, there's a dream.
Right.
And so again, you work with the symbolism. There's like oftentimes people have passed on come into your dream younger.
Yeah.
And they're usually trying to tell you it's all okay.
Usually, yeah, but we had someone that said that their loved one came to them and was falling out of their coffin. That sounds traumatic. That could still be the person saying it's okay. They're here with you.
Again, we would have to tease apart the different parts of the dream. But the other thing I want to say is death in dreams is a really important symbol, because death is the most profound psycho-spiritual transformation.
Really?
Because in order for something to be born, something has to die. So whenever people get really afraid of death dreams, and I always tell my clients, I'm like, oh, yay.
You got a death dream, but it means the doors are closing. Is that it?
It means
so something else can grow.
It means there's something in you that you want to let go of. Again, it's not external. It may play out in an external, something in your life is changing or whatever. But there's something in me that I want to let go of, so there can be more of something that really fits me and where I'm going.
All right. Yeah. No, Dr. Patti, I'm down. That's great. Thank you. Okay. So we'll be right back with more dreams and Dr. Patti. But first, everybody, it's time for this week's Colorado Lottery Fun Fact. Did you know if you don't win on a scratch ticket, you can still enter that scratch ticket into the second chance drawing? You just got to do it on the My Lottery app, everybody. It's real easy. Play on. Kathie J. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. So we've been hanging out with Dr. Patti Ashley today, psychotherapist. She's an author. She's a speaker. You can find her at pattiashley.com, everybody, and that's Patti with an I, pattiashley.com. Dreams are really important to you. Tell everybody why.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've always remembered my dreams, and I joined a dream group when I got divorced many years ago and got really involved in working with dreams. And I just find they've transformed me in so many ways, just giving me information that I wouldn't have known. Because again, we look so much at the linear and what's out there, and we don't look inside ourselves. And I think especially right now in these times, you know, like the mystics, you know, they went inward, you know, because the political and all the climate was so bad. There weren't any answers outside. And I think a lot of us are dealing with that right now is, you know, how do we really fix some of these things in the world? So going inside and getting information from what's going to really serve us in living in these times, it's transformational, and it gives me so much insight into the next steps of my life. And
so since you have mastered how to do it, we want to learn. So you say definitely keep that journal next to us. And what do I do? Like, do I write down there was a vase? There was a man. Because I don't remember anything in my dream. Am I literally writing down just everything I can remember as fast as I can?
Yeah, and even if you just remember a snippet. You know, I did a dream group once, and somebody said, oh, there was just a hand beside my bed. And they thought that we wouldn't be able to, you know, work with that dream.
Yeah, I would just think that was nothing.
We talked about that dream for like 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, because again, it's infinity. It could go on and on and on. So yeah, every morning I have my dream journal. I get up and I have my meditation chair and my journal. And if I have a dream, I write it down. A lot of times these days, I can't remember by the time I get out of bed to the chair. But that's why it's really important to write it down immediately, because they're going to drift away.
Totally. Like I go in meditation and there'll be a name that comes to me and I'm like, that's such an easy name. I'll remember that. Yeah. Don't remember it.
Yeah. Yeah. So write it down. And again, even if you just remember one part, that's going to stay with you. And that's the cool part about the symbolic pieces. Because like if I have a dream about a horse, I'm going to be thinking about that horse like throughout the day.
Yes.
And if I then allow myself to explore what could that horse be telling me, you know, like for me, a horse is power. You know, it could be something else for somebody else.
Again. Yeah, right.
But, and then I'm like paying attention to that. What power in my world right now do I need to pay attention to?
Dr. Patti, those of us that don't dream, what can we do so we can start dreaming?
Well, if you drink water before you go to bed, so you get up, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that ruins it because you're going to the bathroom. Yeah, right.
And my friend who does dream groups says join a dream group because, you know, just telling yourself, I want to remember my dreams sometimes helps.
Okay.
And again, keep that journal close by or your recorder. You can record on your phone.
And maybe not take so much melatonin before I go to bed. Right, because we have to think those are inhibitors as well. As to you write your subconscious
and there's
while you're
something
sleeping.
to be said for a good night's sleep.
True.
I mean, part of me wishes I didn't, you know, wake up as much as I do at night, but then I also love the dream part. But, you know, even I think dreams work with us even if we don't remember them. Because there's still, these things we don't really understand. But I really believe that even if we don't remember the dream, or if we remember it for a second and then we forget it, our unconscious is still working towards health and wholeness and healing.
Yeah, and so the best thing is that the heaviness of the dream stays with you, whatever the dream is, continue to work through it and write it out, talk to people, what horses mean to you, whatever is in the dream, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Patti Ashley, you are amazing. Thank you so much for all you're doing.
You're welcome.
For people to continue to follow you, I mean, you're still taking new clients, right? That's awesome. Yay.
Virtual, because I'm working virtual.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody works virtual.
Yeah.
So you can go to pattiashley.com, everybody. But final thoughts on dreams, final thoughts on healing.
We didn't talk about being naked.
Oh yeah, being naked. I'm naked all the time in front of people. What does that mean?
It means I'm vulnerable. I'm open. It's actually a good thing.
See?
When you're naked. It's your true self.
It means all of you are getting all of this. Thank you so much, Dr. Patti. Everybody have a great day. And remember, pattiashley.com.